Hey guys, it's General Heat here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use a Wraith on the mission Lone Wolf at the end of Halo Reach. So to do this, you need two players. One player, we're going to call them player 1, needs to have a grenade launcher or a plasma pistol, any EMP weapon really. And their second weapon, they need a sniper rifle. So that's it. It doesn't really matter which one you pick for grenade launcher or plasma pistol, just, pick either one. It doesn't matter. As for the other player, they don't need to do anything just yet. Player 2 just needs to help clear the enemies at the moment, but at the very least, kind of hanging around at this area of the map. This is towards the back of the map where all the trucks are, all the shipping containers. That's because we're going to be getting the Wraith that spawns over here. This is the Wraith that works best with this method. But the Wraith will take about a couple minutes to spawn, maybe like a little over 2 minutes. It can depend sometimes, it can vary, but about 2 minutes is correct. So, once the Wraith spawns, player 1 with the sniper rifle, what they need to do is wait for the Wraith to get a little bit closer, and you want to snipe the gunner out of the turret on the Wraith before you run out there. And once the gunner's off, that's when both players should be ready to run to the Wraith. Now, before you run to the Wraith, the player with the grenade launcher needs to EMP it, and then run over to it while the other player follows, and then get into the turret. And the other player should be standing by. Once the player gets into the turret, the elite will actually get out of the Wraith, at which point the other player needs to really quickly get into the driver's seat, or else the Wraith will explode. And then once they're in the driver's seat, the other player jumps out of the turret, and the second player boosts into the map really quickly. Timing is very important on this. You only have like 10 seconds to do this. It's also very important for the other player to get out of the turret as soon as the driver gets in. And I'll explain later why that's important. But let's go over everything one more time, just in case you're a little confused right now. So, player 1 gets in the turret, elite gets out, player 2 gets in the driver's seat, player 1 gets out of the turret, and player 2 boosts as quickly as they can into the map. If you do it correctly, you should have pretty much a second to spare, really. And once the Wraith is inside the map, you're all good to go. The Wraith is yours, and it's really helpful on the mission Lone Wolf if you're trying to go for more points, or you're trying to last longer in the mission. It can take a lot of damage, and it keeps you safe, and you can splatter all the enemies. If you want the Wraith to be more durable, you could turn on the tilt skull. And also, if you're having trouble getting the Wraith earlier, like it's backing up or something, or it's not approaching you close enough that you can run to it and then boost into the map, you can also try turning on the Tough Luck skull. That might help make the Wraith a little more aggressive, so that they don't back off as you approach it. In fact, they might even drive closer to you, making it a little easier when you hijack the Wraith. But overall, it shouldn't really matter too much, but it could help a little bit. But most importantly, you want to use the Wraith that was over here on this side of the map. Any other Wraith on other sides of the map, they are usually too far out for you to do the same method. Run to it, get the driver out and everything, and then boost back into the map, all within 10 seconds. So yeah, use the Wraith that we picked. But theoretically, if you could do the other Wraiths within 10 seconds with this method, then by all means, more power to you. It's just, this is the one that we found that works best. So as for why the first player needs to jump out of the turret, well, that's actually technically optional. The reason why is because right now, the way we've done it, the first player, they're off by like a second compared to player 2, and as you saw, we barely get the Wraith in with a second to spare. So if we keep both players in the Wraith, if the first player is off by like a second and they die, then the Wraith just explodes, even though you still have like a couple seconds left as the driver of the Wraith. So if you could time it perfectly and shave off a couple seconds as well, then you could theoretically do this without sacrificing any players. But at the moment, this is the safest way. So you'd have basically one player in a Wraith carrying the team if you do this. But yeah, anyways, that's how you get the Wraith on Lone Wolf. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, found it to be interesting and hopefully helpful too. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments. Anything else you want to check out or look into, just let me know. I'll do my best to look into it when I get a chance. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!